There's been a trend over the last decade in America that has seen the size of our cars balloon, something that experts have coined as car bloat, or as the French have named it, autobesity, which I love. So what are the signs that we have an autobesity epidemic in the US? Well, as David Zipper, a Harvard fellow specializing in mobility, put it in a thread recently, 80% of US cars are now trucks and SUVs, and those trucks/SUVs are only getting bigger. The Ford F-150 is now 800 pounds heavier and 7 inches taller than in 1991, and EVs are only going to make the problem worse due to bigger batteries being more efficient.
Yeah.
And Neal, I know this is my trend, but you're a big mobility guy. What are some of the second-order effects of car bloat that we should be concerned about?
Well, safety is, for one, it's terrible for pedestrians if you get hit by a freaking truck rather than a sedan.
You can't see either.
Right.
Like, cars are so high now that if you're below a certain height, like a children or something like that, like you're below the eye line. So yeah, definitely dangerous safety-wise.
I also want to talk about how much they cost.
Oh,
trucks
huge.
and SUVs are a lot more expensive than sedans, which explains why you see so many of them, because they're far more profitable for automakers to build. And there was this recent stat that came from Edmunds, which kind of blew my mind. And in Texas and Wyoming, known for their love of big trucks and SUVs, more than 1 in 4 car shoppers last quarter committed to a payment of more than $1,000 a month.
And
overall, the number of people who committed to the share of Americans who committed to a car payment of more than $1,000 a month last quarter was 17%. And just to give you some context, in 2019, it was 4%.
Yeah,
Cars are getting so expensive, and a large reason for that is because these bigger cars cost so much. There's so many parts that go into them.
Yeah.
And they're also, great for automakers, but they are even automakers are calling out. This isn't like some guerrilla warfare by, mobility activists to say cars are getting so expensive. The CTO of Stellantis, he was asked by a reporter, like, what's the biggest thing that keeps you up at night? And he was like, the weight of cars.
Yeah.
They're so heavy.
They are really heavy, which is bad for roadways too, because it kind of pulverizes the pavement. It's bad for tires because it puts a ton of stress on them. I do love what Paris's approach to this is, because Parisian officials are saying the same thing, like cars are getting too big over there, which probably relative to the US, they're probably not as big, but they're trying to change the pricing of paid parking to make it progressive according to the weight and size of a vehicle, which makes a lot of sense. And then also, I just love that they call it autobesity. I'm sure whoever came up with that were like, "Oh, this is perfect."
Where was the country that was giving you parking tickets based on income?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? That's different.
Sweden. Sweden was doing speeding tickets based on income.
Yes, and then this is parking tickets based on weight.
Size.
But you can imagine, I'm a family and I need a big car, and I want to keep my kids safe in case of an accident. The other guy has a huge car also, so there's this kind of race to the top here, which I think is getting a little out of control, and even auto execs realize it.
Hey. Thanks for watching, and if you want more Morning Brew Daily, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and also check out the rest of our episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
New episodes drop at 7 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, and you can email us at morningbrewdaily@morningbrew.com.